Your second act. Again, making her bent double debut. I want you to make her feel very, very welcome indeed. Let's start the applause. Bang in the middle, if I can, with my friends in the middle. Beautiful, thank you. Take it away, all around the sides. Raise the roof. Make her feel very welcome. It's fantastic. Maggie Kowalski!
Woo, hello. Good evening. How are we all doing? Are we well? Good, I'm well as well. I was a little late coming here today because my battery died and I had to finish manually. Good, yeah. I came on the train from London as well. That was fun. I'm originally from Poland, though, the best Eastern European country, as voted by Londoners who couldn't name any other Eastern European countries. Ipswich came second. I've recently found out all my friends are two-faced. Like, they're all nice and sweet to me, and they just change as soon as they walk into a polling station. So I've started looking into applying for a British passport as a spouse of a British citizen, no reason. And I found out that one of the things that the Home Office asks you for is 2 years worth of text messages to prove that you're a real couple. Oh, they only ask for a sex tape when you apply for a council tax discount. But then someone at the Home Office has to go through those messages, and I don't know the full details, but I imagine for 2 years, they'll be looking for something like 200 messages containing the word milk. Because that's what real relationships are about. Two people who regularly text each other to say, have we got milk, right? But occasionally, they may come across a message that reads something like this. I have looked in the fridge and the milk is 2 weeks out of date. It is rotten and revolting. I have paid you £10,000 to get a British passport not to clean your mess. You and your country disgust me. And I can imagine the Home Office people reading that thinking, well, this may have started out as a sham, but they're definitely in love now. I actually decided to live in London so I could follow my dreams. I was so mesmerized with the British celebrity culture. I wanted to become an it girl, but I pronounced it wrong. Ended up getting a job in IT support. Although I picked the wrong time to get into IT. Back in the day, you used to get really cool job titles in IT, like webmaster. That is awesome. Right now, you can only be either an analyst or a developer, or dev for short. You can't shorten analyst. But then I decided to pursue comedy so I could better fit into the Polish stereotypes of having two jobs. And I was brought up in a Catholic home in Poland, but I never understood some of the Bible stuff, like the 7 deadly sins. The 7 worst things the Catholic Church could imagine: pride, greed, envy, lust, gluttony, sloth, and wrath. Murder is not on the list. Wrath, yes, you're not allowed to be angry, but God is perfectly happy for you to kill someone as long as you're a bit blasé about it. But I've since become an atheist because Lent is 40 days long and dry veganuary is only 31. But I have a very Catholic grandmother, and she likes to give me relationship advice. She tells me stuff like, a blowjob a day keeps the BMW in your driveway. She... Was that? Okay. She also tells me that behind every great man is a strong woman, and as a strong woman, I'm really confused as to what it is exactly I'm supposed to be doing back there. Like... Like, do you put a finger in or do you not? No. Good. I bet it's a yes. I've got a boyfriend. We've been together for about 4 years now, but we don't live together, and that's because my boyfriend has a flatmate who's a complete bitch and busts his balls all the time. So there's nothing more I can bring to the table. But we are very happy together, and I think it's thanks to porn for popularizing doggy style, or as I call it, downward-facing starfish. After a while in a relationship, I think you stop making so much of an effort. My boyfriend complains that I don't wear a G-string anymore, and I don't see the point. If I really wanted to floss, I'll start with my teeth where the gunk is actually visible. His face, oh my god. This is why I love this joke. Because the last time I did this joke, there was a group of lads in the front row, and they didn't like it, and one of them got up and he said, "You've ruined the G-string for me." And that day something sort of changed in me. It wasn't about the laughs anymore. I've realized I now wielded the power to ruin someone's life, just a little bit, without having to marry or birth them. I like smoking. I find it's great for making people move their children the fuck away from you. I've got a little nephew though, and he turned 5 a few months ago. He wanted me to get him a pet for his birthday. He wanted baby ducks. Baby ducks are a little hard to get hold of. I figured I'd get him baby chickens. They're yellow, they're fluffy. He won't know the difference. Turns out there is a difference. Ducks can swim. I was adopted recently. By a young family from rural Botswana as part of the Africa Against London Housing Crisis relief effort. I send them a monthly newsletter and they help me pay rent on a crack den in Lewisham. We all know what Lewisham is. It's like a really crap part of southeast London. But I've only moved to Lewisham a few months ago from a place called Shoreditch. We all know what that's like hipster. Yeah. So quite the change. Like in Shoreditch, everyone's all quirky with their knitting and recreational drugs. In Lewisham, they prefer eyebrow threading and decorational rugs. I traded artisan food markets for stolen goods van, coffee shops for phone shops, and smashed avocado and rye toast for broken dreams and no hope. Back in Shoreditch, I lived in an 8-person house share with 7 blokes, like the millennial Snow White and the 7-Up wankers. Gross, lazy, preachy, broke, woke, passive-aggressive, and a drug dealer. Our neighbor got double glazing put in last winter. I decided to wear a raincoat indoors instead. You don't need a Windows upgrade when you have a Mac. They're booing and cheering. was a pun. But I'm just before I go, I'm just going to tell you that I really hate traveling because I went to see a nurse a few months ago to get some routine travel vaccinations, and she said you need Hep A, Hep B, MMR, rabies, 3 doses, typhoid, yellow fever, malaria tablets, 3 types. One will cost you 400 quid and won't give you anxiety and hallucinations. And the third you have to take every day for 8 weeks or you die. Hep B comes in 3 doses and take all of them right now. This is not enough time. They all need to be taken at least 3 weeks apart or you die. Take 1 tablet a day, half a dose if you develop seizures, avoid contact with insects, not always tie your shoelaces or you die. Then she jabs a needle in my arm. Before I know what's happened, there's another needle in my other arm, and then a third. And then she asks why I'm shaking. I pick myself off the floor, I grab my coat, I crawl to the door. She says, have a nice time in Ipswich. You guys have been lovely. I've been Maggie Kowalski. Thank you.
Maggie Kowalski, ladies and gentlemen. Super duper. We've got one more little break before your headline act. Go and get some fresh drinks. It's Monday tomorrow. We're not working. But one more time, give it up for Chloe and Maggie, please. See you in a minute.